Hello everybody, welcome back to the FM24 European Journeyman Save, and we are starting our first full season as Malmo manager, and man, the Belgian youngsters are here. Let's go and have a look. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Save, and fellow managers, we actually haven't done that many business. We've evolved the squad rather than completely had a revolution of the squad. We've got rid of a lot of people that didn't want to be here, and we've moved them on, and we've basically gone and raided the Belgian amateur leagues. Let's go and have a look at the outs first. So there was a number of free transfers that have left the club, but we're looking at the people who brought in money only. And one of them was our backup goalkeeper. 25-year-old William Neeroth Lundgren was said he's not going to renew his contract. He was looking for a new challenge. So we've cashed in on him for £26,500. He has moved on, and he has moved to Elfsborg, where I don't think he's going to be their first choice goalkeeper, and if he is their first choice goalkeeper, they should be a little bit concerned, because I don't think he's all that good, to be honest. But yeah, 25 years old, wasn't on a huge wage, brings in a little bit of money, was going to run down his contract, so we might as well cash in. Never played for me since we've been Malmo manager. Yeah, so not too disappointed to see him leave, because we've also brought in a new goalkeeper. Next up is a sort of centre-back, I was going to say, but we played him a little bit more at right-back, and he wasn't very good at it, so not too upset to let Linus Larsson go. 6'4", huge jumping reach, but not as good as the rest of the defenders we've got. The only thing we're going to miss out on is that he's homegrown, but he's moved to HamCam for £94,000. HamCam is a wonderful team name, by the way. Yeah, he could do pretty well for them. 24 years old, so got a bit of room to grow as well, but wasn't going to play with the centre-backs we've brought in, was kicking up a little bit of a fuss. So for £94,000, I thought, yeah, we'll take the money, reinvest that somewhere else. So yeah, Linus Larsson moves on. Now, getting into a bit bigger money, Daniel Gudjonsson has moved. For £925,000, he's moved to Spain to go and play for UD Almeria, and he's quite good, but he just wasn't as good as the options we now have at the club. He wasn't homegrown in Sweden, so we're not missing out on selling him by homegrown. He's played 3 games in La Liga, 6.5, not scored a goal. Probably would have been quite useful for us to keep, but I didn't want to have a team leader that was upset and everybody else was getting upset because I wasn't making him happy, so I just binned him off. 925k, they're going to make a profit if they sell him on, but I'm not that fussed. We say goodbye to Daniel Gudjonsson. And finally, the largest sale out was Facundo Rodriguez, who was on, I think, £11,000 a week for us, 31 years old. A very good, solid player, did a job for us at left-back, centre-back and holding midfield, but when Guangzhou came in for 1.3 million, I thought, yeah, why not? We're probably not going to get any offer better than that, so he has moved on. Did okay for us at the back end of last season until he started kicking up a fuss that he thought he was going to be replaced. Turns out he was true to have that worry, because we sold him and replaced him with younger, better players from Belgium. But yeah, Facundo Rodriguez was bought in, not by us. We've sold him, moved him on, made a bit of money. I quite like the business we've done. And then we move on to the ins, and technical target forward Sven Koopman joins. Belgian, free transfer from RC Mechelen, now worth 1.7 to 2.8 million pounds. He brings with him a fantastic ability to dribble, a wonderful technique, wonderful heading, really good balance, off the ball, bravery, finishing, first touch. I mean, he's just pure class. He is absolutely amazing. We may be changing formation. We're going to start the season with a 4-2-3-1 that we played last year, but I do think there will be a change so that we could fit more strikers on the pitch, basically. I don't think having one up front is going to suit us anymore, but yes, Sven Koopman is in, and I'm very excited about the 22-year-old that we signed from Belgium. A lot of these I think we're going to be keeping an eye on to see if they can come with us to future clubs, but yes, Sven Koopman is in. Next up, Wolfgang de la Terre, the Belgian from the left-hand side, signed on a free transfer from SC Gullegem. Brings with him great crossing, dribbling, acceleration, pace, stamina, fitness, jumping reach, balance. I mean, honestly, Belgium amateur contracts are a diamond. They are a diamond mine for finding these sort of players. Really good off the ball work, great teamwork, flair, decisions, composure, anticipation, first touch, technique. I can keep going on and on. Easily the best left winger at the club, signed on a free, worth up to £5 million, paying him 7.25k a week. I think we're going to be getting, or Malmo, we might not be here, but I think Malmo are going to be getting quite a lot of profit for these sorts of players. So Wolfgang Delaterre is also in. Next up on the opposite flank is Kian Mellis, who is a pure pace merchant. Pace 16, acceleration 18, agility 19, balance 16. Can cross and dribble with both of those at 13 as well. Can pass, got decent technique, really good determination. All right foot and cuts inside from the right flank is a little bit of a worrisome, but yeah, I'm not going to be too fussed about that. 22 years old, bought him on a free transfer from SV Bellisa. One of the lower potential ability players that we've bought in, but I still think with that pace and his crossing and dribbling ability, he should be a real handful in Sweden. Probably our best right midfielder, not our best right winger, but I'm contemplating changing to the system we used to call more defensive and then seeing how it plays in this one. We'll find out. But Kian Mellis is in, can play on the opposite flank as well. Yeah, excited to see what he can do. Next up is Clément Salez, the new goalkeeper I was talking about. Signed on a free transfer from RU to BZ Brain, and £11,000 a week is going to be our starting goalkeeper this year. 6'2", he's huge, he's great handling, great communication, aerial reach, command of area, one-on-ones, reflexes and throwing are all above 14, which is incredible. He's also very agile, great positioning, great vision, likes to start counter-attacks with a long throw, which is great because his throwing is 15. This kid looks really good. 23 years old, so, you know, getting into the prime of his career, I would say, in terms of playing in Sweden. I think he'll step on to another level if he needs to, but really good. A professional personality, really happy. I think he's going to be class. And finally, we brought in centre-back Morgan van Dam, who I've got my eye on to potentially play right-back a few times as well. 5'11", jumping reach of 12, but has pace and acceleration, stamina, fitness, agility and strength. And he can cross the ball with crossing 13. He's also very good at heading, marking and tackling. Technique is really good. He's very determined, great positioning. So I think he's going to be absolutely class. Now, I was thinking about going to a 3 at the back system, but I generally don't like them in Football Manager this year. I've only really ever used one, which was at Luton in my one season challenge at Luton, which went pretty well. But I still think a 4 at the back system is what we're going to go with. But Morgan van Dam is the last signing that we've made, and I'm not planning to make any more. So the squad is looking pretty good. Oh, he was signed from KFC Merbelic, which is a great team name. At least the whole squad looking like this. 2 very good goalkeepers in Persson and Sales. I think Persson will get annoyed by the fact he's not first team keeper anymore, but you know, tough luck. We've got a host of good centre-backs and a couple that can play right-back as well, which is very helpful. Central midfielders are looking pretty good. I think Kevin Andre will be stepping up into central midfield a bit more than what we were expecting him to. We've called up Adam Brorsson as well from the youth team, who looks very, very good. He's going to help with the homegrown numbers, and he has different attributes, and he's got lots of potential. So I do think he is going to be very useful to sit in that holding midfield role if we decide to use it. A number of people that can play left-back, mainly Stanescu and Zanden, and then Carlson at right-back with the 2 centre-backs, Olsen and Van Dam, that can play out there as well. Lasseberg Johnson, our captain, will be probably still in central midfield quite a lot. Rosengren did well last year, so good, looking forward to using him a bit more as well. Lukil can play on the right or in behind the striker, as can Yanni Stukas. Ridera Moore will be our main advanced playmaker in whatever system we decide to use. On the left, we've got Delatrere and Hansen, who we can use. Keenan Mills, and Berisha comes back off a loan spell, looking to get this youngster involved a little bit more off the bench this year if we can. Simon Bieber, Borstam, Koopman and Andre are our striking options. So plenty of versatility and different options that we can use. And we have over 9 homegrown Swedish players in our squad, which is what we need for every match day squad in the league. So that could be pretty interesting. In terms of pre-season, we beat Victoria Pilsen, 2-0, lost to AAB and lost to Blackburn, where I was trying all sorts of different formations. We went 4-2-3-1, 5-2-2-1, 4-1-5, 4-3-2 and a 4-2-3-1, and yes, you read that right, we went to a 4-1-5-2 system, which was mightily attacking, and we happened to concede 2 goals during that time. But yeah, and then we've got our cup game. Our cup group has been drawn. We've got Trelleborgs, who we're going to play today, Mialbi and Utsiketsen BK in there as well, and then a host of other friendlies before the league starts. But I assume if we win this group, we'll go into the latter stages of the cup, and I'm assuming the cup's going to be wrapped up before the season starts, but I don't know. Sweden's a little bit weird. Let's get into our first game against Trelleborg. So this is the 4-2-3-1 we're using all last season, or when we were basically all the way through the save. The one I was thinking of was potentially a 4-4-1-1, but I'm not 100% sure because it still doesn't give us 2 strikers. We could go to a 4-2-4, basically a 4-4-2, right, with these 2. And maybe against this team we will try this because Trelleborg aren't great. I think they're in the division below, if I remember rightly. So potentially, let's try it. We'll try this and we can move it around depending what we've got. So Clement Sellers will be our first choice goalkeeper. We are going to start with Carlson on the right-hand side, although that would really suit Van Dam because we're playing an inverted fullback. So we'll go with that. In the centre, we are going to start with probably Kevin Andrade. He's got passing 12, dribbling 9 isn't too bad. Enarsson, passing 9, dribbling 6. That's not great. Jimmy Vargas has passing 14, dribbling 10. Okay, so we're going to go Vargas starting as the libero and Kevin Andre starting next to him. And then on the left-hand side, we will be starting Stanescu, who will cover in but will push up as well due to his natural positioning. Rosengren will be the volante and Berg Johnson will start next to him in the middle. I don't mind that as a central midfield partnership. It's pretty good. On the right hand side we'll be starting new boy Kian Mellis out there, and on the left we'll be starting Wolfgang De La Chare. All of our new signings getting a run out here. And then up front we're going to go with Koopman in the advanced forward role, and we'll go with, I sort of feel like we have to start Jeremy Andre because that's them both new strikers that we want. And I think we'll go Koopman, Andre through the middle there. You as a target forward on attack as well. And we'll go from there. As you can see, short passing to space, fairly narrow. Mid-block, more often closing down. We can play around with this as it goes, really. And then on the bench, how many subs do we get? We get 7. So goalkeepers 1. We'll go Enarsson 2. We'll go Carlson 3 because he can cover both fullbacks position. Reader Amor 4. We'll go Borstram and Bieber as 5 and 6. And then we'll have Adam Brawson, the youngster. Although I want to put Olsen on there because Olsen is quite good. No, it's a cup game. Let's put Adam Brawson on there as well. Right, 6 new squad numbers. We'll let the AI just do that with an auto number. Not too fussed what it does. And we are getting into this game then. Here we go. Malmo versus Trelleborg. We are at home. So we'll see. If this system doesn't seem to work, it could be a little bit too defensive for the players we have. But we shall see. So a 4-4-2 for Malmo. After the success of the 4-2-3-1, we've changed. They're playing an actual 4-4-2. We've got 2 holding midfielders. They're playing it with 2 central midfielders. So we'll have to see how this one goes. But we're playing with a grey ball because it's the cup. Why does it keep doing this to me? It's so annoying. Wolfgang De La Chare comes forward with it on the left-hand side. Very difficult to see the ball. I wonder if... Now, this will be controversial to some of you, but we're going to go 2D. And we'll just increase the highlights a little bit because in 2D, we can see the ball properly. Rosengren hits the bar. On the rebound, over the bar it goes from Andre. But, yeah, we're going to be watching in 2D. Rosengren with a free kick. Fings it in towards Andre. Headed away. Mellis will use his pace to get there first. That is pretty much all he's got. He is a complete pace merchant. Stanescu into Andre. Back across to Van Dam. Van Dam up to Rosengren. Over the top. What a ball that is to De La Chare. In it goes. Andre's there. 1-0. Jeremy Andre gets the goal. And Wolfgang De La Chare on his debut gets an assist. And what a pass that was from Rosengren, by the way. You're going to not be able to see the ball. But Van Dam into Rosengren. Just look, what a pass that is to pick out De La Chare. He then crosses it first time. And Andre at that sort of near post area, I was going to say. It's not the centre spot. But it's 1-0 and it's Jeremy Andre that gets the goal. And I'm just wondering, this might be a good system to use this season. And then I'm thinking, against the weaker teams, we can probably go positive, maybe even attacking, to try and get some goals. As Van Dam comes forward into Berg Johnson. Berg Johnson out to Mellis. Mellis in a bit of space. Squares it. Andre's there. It's another goal. It's 2 for Jeremy Andre. And it's an assist for both the new wingers, which is what we love to see. Mellis on the right. De La Chare on the left. And both of them now have an assist. As Van Dam laid it in field to Berg Johnson. Berg Johnson out to Mellis. Mellis down the line. Squared it into Andre, who's not going to miss at the near post. Beating Harrison at his near post. 11 minutes gone, 2-0 up, is this the system for this year? We've just got to get the best out of the wingers, right? And I think we can adapt it with who we're playing against. So, like, if we're against better teams, we could drop an attacking midfielder in rather than playing 2 up front, as Salas doesn't have to worry too much about that effort on target. But yeah, we could drop maybe Koopman in here and play Amor, put Andre up front on his own. I think there's a few things we could do with this system to allow it to flourish, let's say. So I think it's a good one to have in our arsenal. When we get into the league, I probably will revert to the 4-2-3-1 maybe, and then we rotate the strikers between Koopman and Andre. But we've definitely got a lot of versatility and a lot of options in the squad to allow us to do something useful. As they've given that away in midfield, Koopman will hold it up. Here is Rosengren coming forward as the volante. Andre into Koopman. Turns well. Playing as a target forward, he is holding it up very well. Andre down to Melis. Melis beats his man with pace, and that will be a penalty. Melis there just bursting through. You can even see it in 2D how quick he is and his acceleration compared to other players. Taking this will be Captain BELGIANS. Fires it into the top corner. 3-0 Malmo. What a start to the season we are having in the Cup. This is ridiculous. We don't need to see a penalty again, so we'll skip that one. But 3-0 with 30 minutes gone, averaging a goal every 10 minutes. We are playing very, very well. 10 shots on target to 2, 5 on target to none. I probably will use this system against, I think it's Malby, I think is how you pronounce it. I think we'll use it against them just to test it out against another Premiership team and see how it gets on, knowing that we've got a few, we've got 2 lower league teams in our cup group, which is Trelleborgs, then we've got Mjällby, who are the Premier League team, and then we've got another second division team. And I feel like we know we're going to beat the second division team, so we can test something out against Mjällby and see how it goes. As Andre turns back to Melis. Melis using that pace again. It's a good cross in as well. Koopman with a header over the bar for the target forward. Not a role I use very often, but he seems to be playing pretty well. I'm happy with it at the moment. 12 shots to 4, 6 on target to none. We are absolutely bossing them. We're doing well, controlling possession. Keep it going. At the moment, it's clean sheets for new goalkeeper and new defenders, and assists for new wingers. All we're missing really is a goal for Koopman, and that would be lovely as Andre wins the header. Out into Plika to pick up. He gives it away to Van Dam. Melis is there again. Ball through to Andre. Can he square it for Koopman? He shoots. He hits the post. Oh, he was going for the hat-trick, old Andre, but maybe a square ball to his strike partner there would have been a little bit more sensible. But everyone playing very well indeed. I'm happy. New goalkeeper on a 7. New right centre-back on a 7. Yeah, I'm very happy. Verberg up to Jarreteg. Intercepted by Rosengren again. Melis into Van Dam. Van Dam into Rosengren. Rosengren just drifts wide. He can go back to Van Dam. Van Dam back to Andre. You can see the libero pushing high up. I love it. Stanescu. Delatre. Can he beat his man? He holds on to the ball. Back to BELGIANS. Over the top to Delatre. And Andre's there. He's got his hat-trick. Wolfgang Delatre with another assist. And Andre with another goal. 4-0. It's really good. The grey ball's really pissing me off. So I will try and fix that for the next episode in the Cup as well. Although if we come back for the Cup, it will probably just be the final. But we'll wait and see. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm having fun in the UK right now. Even though I've recorded this video in Singapore in advance, I am in the UK right now as Van Dam finds Rosengren. Good ball out to Melis into BELGIANS. He's tackled by Sanyang, but Bonner comes forward with it. Down to Plika. Now this is going to test our defence out for the first time in a while. Plika turns, cuts it back, and it has tested our defence. It's not a clean sheet for the goalkeeper on his debut. It's 4-1 now, so let's get some fresh legs on. Jeremy Andre has got his hat-trick. He can come off to be replaced by Simon Bieber. Otto Rosengren will come off to be replaced by Brorson, and then we'll put BELGIANS as the volante. And we could do Morgan Van Dam as well, but I think we'll leave that. We'll leave one. We'll just go for 2 subs to start, I think, and see how it goes. So Van Dam back to Andre. You can see the shape. We shift into a 3-2-4. That doesn't make sense. 3-2-4 adds up to 9. Where am I missing someone? We shift into it's a 3-3-4 we shift into. BELGIANS, up it goes. It's headed away. Melis will get there. Melis does really well to the byline. Puts in a cross. Andre's beaten. Brorson is there, and it's over the bar. as they make a substitute as Sanyang goes off, and he is replaced by someone I didn't see the name of. But yeah, so the Volante pushes up to make a 3 sort of forward players or into midfielders. Hang on, let's see if I can pause it here and get a... When the Volante moves up and the Libero moves up, I'll show you what sort of shape we're going for. But we don't play with a distinctly quick tempo. As Koopman's in... Oh, I thought he was going to get a shot off it. It looked like he was fouled, but Koopman was in there. Really good tackle. Just a goal for Koopman would just seal the deal. It would seal the deal. With just under 10 minutes to go. Could bring on Reader. Let's bring on Reader and more for Johnson. We'll see what he can do in this sort of deeper role. And Jimmy Vargas can come off for Carlson, and then we'll put Van Dam in there as the libero. And I think we'll just go with that. Just trying to get Koopman a goal. Maybe the target forward isn't the role to go with in this sort of shape, but Prica with a hit, good save from Sales in goal. Touches it around the post as the corner comes in. Wilkstrom back to the edge there. Coulomb is there. He's under a bit of pressure until Vikstrom. Bonner shoots. I think that was deflected and will be a corner with 5 minutes to go. Obviously the subs we've made have sort of interrupted the flow of the game, but I don't mind that too much. Olsen with the corner, swings it in, headed away at the near post. Cullum keeps it alive, back to Olsen, cross in, high, loopy one, and Sales claims it very, very well with his incredibly good handling. I'm very excited about what this team can do, but yeah, Sweden has a very weird season. It was like you got 10 weeks of pre-season, but that includes the cup. So the cup is very much pre-season. So we're going to use the cup games to get all these players used to playing with each other. We have brought in 5 new players, and I'm expecting all 5 to be mostly in and around the first team. But there we go. A 4-1 win in the cup. Jemery Andre got man of the match with his hat-trick. 19 shots to 12, 8 on target to 4, 3.2 XG to 1.19. Very nicely done. 4 clear-cut chances created, and we hit the woodwork once as well. So very, very good. A very good win. We'll see how that system gets on against the Premier League team like Mjällby, who will be playing Utsiketsen BK as well. But we do go top of the cup group, which is lovely. We've started working on a new coaching course as well. That's nice of Malmo to get us onto that. As Delatrey impresses on his debut, Andre was on form for Malmo. We'll just give him a nice little pat on the back and say well done, and we will send our assistant to that every single time. There we go. We are doing a bit more scouting of people that are outside of Belgium, but you can see we're on the hunt for high profile players to see what's going on. I mean, this sort of player, right? 3-star, potentially 5-star, like 2.5-star now, potentially 4.5-star player. Roger Naesens is an amateur player from Belgium. You can find them. They're out there. They're just wonderfully, wonderfully good to go and scout. It's very good. Marcus Eriksson has a bid on him. He is 18 years old. Norwegian. Who's bidding on him? Oh, it's a loan. Okay. I was getting excited because I was like, oh, it might be Man United or something. Look at this guy. Ethan Rousseau, goalkeeper. 3.5-star player. 3.5-star potential. 22 years old. Belgian on a free transfer. Could very much do a job in any of the leagues we've played in so far. They are coming. The Belgians are coming. The Belgians are coming, and it's worth keeping an eye out for them. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a great time. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.